Hello everyone, welcome back to Dancy Plays. We are playing the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. We're trying to figure out who murdered Sonic, and also if Sonic has actually been murdered or if he's just playing the part for Amy's murder mystery birthday party. Amy, everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. Speaking of which, I'm heading out. You've all been fabulously helpful. Alrighty, before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you your presents. My presents? Oh, you're both too sweet, thank you. Vector, seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Want to join us in finding clues? Flattered, but at the pace you two are going, Sonic's murder will never be found. Oh, she's confident. She must have something up her sleeve. The tip is too juicy to ignore. I'll see you around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick! But how are you going to leave? The door to the X car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye! Amy baby, hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I might say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starved. I'd kill for a chicken parmesan right now. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle the raw meat. And I'm Espio, the poet. Ah, poetry, a resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure, teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 la, dee 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 dee. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Dancy and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you two walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh sure, it's simple. We explained this to Amy, actually. When we're all sent off, Blaze, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all pass through this library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly kicked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yup. Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick on a cup at the saloon bar. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout "No way" at the brochures standing over there. But she left back to the casino car and before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car and entered the library car, and I locked the door behind him. More importantly, why was Shadow not locking doors? Shadow walked through the library to the saloon car, where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by rolling the monkey action I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car again, locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. The Vector came back. We realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about this bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it alright. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one who told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's about all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. I'm gonna have a peek around return with any questions. If you return it with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you like to be serenaded with a poem, I've got you covered too. Thanks, guys! Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What are we looking for is any evidence that proves that what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library card reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Ooh, brochures! There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Dancy, look at this. There's a couple of maps here. Seems to be the map of the library card. The books are categories by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, there's staticolytes. Nah, leave it. Oh, haha, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. My bat? No. What animal am I? A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, hangs in there. Wow, I really need to see this. This little chow's hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly for safety, because choosing the hard way is often most rewarding. That's beautiful. This chow can stick to his principles and find strength, and I can too. There's no way that much thought was put into this poster. Right? So many books on the ground. I wish I had time to pick them all up. Sadly, I have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled out a lot of these too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel so sorry for those poor books. These spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. A globe for a marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around that much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of people and shops. The food can't beat either. Ah, sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia, if you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and make one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? The trash can. Something's always hidden in the trash. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. God damn it. I really thought there'd be something here. Dancy, are you sad there's nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah. We just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay, these trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Dancy, you're pretty unconventional. I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Let's just take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are really comfy. So plush. Puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes for a bit. Dancy, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time. Pardon? Why this book specifically? What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck. This reeks of evil. Scientist Eggman. Yep. This reads Dr. Eggman autobiography recipe book. My theory. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I don't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate it opulent. You may not be wrong. That is so suspicious. Ah, yes. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books, but Sonic needs me, no time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. scavenging through all the books titles excitedly. Looks like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some of the books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one. It's the user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think if someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's take note of this. Okay, second theory. If Mr. Conductor isn't Dr. Eggman, like he's actually just like a whole ass separate character, then it is possible that Eggman snuck his way onto the train, left his cooking book for like to be in addition to the library, and then read that manual and then sped up the train to cause chaos. Fancy a poem. Can I get a poem about trains? Locomotive and motion. I think I've lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Thank you. I actually really like that one. Huh? Can I take your order? I have a poem about this. My starved stomach babbled, though I ignore the grumbling tummy, for the eggs I received are scrambled when I asked for my eggs, honey. Oh, well, we don't serve any eggs on this train, though. My talent is wasted on you lot. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before heading into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on the way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. We should take note of it? Yeah, I believe we should. I think we have enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a kitchen knife on the train? I'm a man of authenticity tales. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Can I take your order? Oh, yes, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the murder. Moment, the murder mystery is more important. Why would you show the menu to me? Come on, Dancy, why would you tease him like that? Dear, I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Come on, Dancy, you made him a fool. Come on, Dancy, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. Yeah. I smooth things over, but at what cost? I should stop asking people for their order. So, you two don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but it wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Daisy and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio was really reading in the library car. Vector, will start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present the evidence of the— Oh, that's easy, I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car. I figured I'd go check it out. Seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings us our attention to you, Espio. Rogue entered the library car and found something, but left. You said you immediately started reading, but you were actually reading the— But were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you. That's detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch of what that book might be. Dancy, could you help me out? Manual, you think Espio is reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Oh. I'm a fool.
You're both grasping, I knew it.
We got this, Dancy. Try again.
Oh no. Oh, what the fuck is that? I'm sorry. No, not enough rings. Excellent.
There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books are on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio.
Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this.
Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself.
Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere.
That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool.
Autistic? Question mark.
In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Dancy, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away.
I quiz.
C. Quiz Espio about the manual. Make sure to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? 97. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I don't remember the conductors saying the train can clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio's aced that question. Dancy, hit him with another one.
$2.39. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy?
No refunds, and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you are over the age of 65.
Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65.
Last one, Dancy. Let's see if Espio can go 3 for 3.
Gotcha. 16. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations?
An intelligent dating processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests.
I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present.
Now, did I pass your little test?
Yes. Totally, you were able to retain all this information so quickly.
A poet's brain is often surprising.
I don't know if I'd be bragging about that.
You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses.
And you both had the nerve to question my body like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit though, reading an entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly, that's very impressive.
Oh no, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading. After all, my alibi is hard to substantiate, but despite being the truth.
Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can.
Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading.
Yes, that's correct. What's the problem?
Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have the evidence to back it up. Dancy?
He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Dancy, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw Espio reading, but what? Shadow's lock. Please, pray tell, what does this have to do with anything? We're up, Dancy. Let's get our argument together. Oh, 50 rings. No! Consider my time wasted. Let's give this another go, Dancy. Oh no. My god. What ninja is actively trying to kill me?
Shadow walked through the library card to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine.
Yeah, and I ended up beating it. It wasn't a high score long. Crocs are natural gamers.
Espio said that he saw Shadow enter the library card, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector to the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk through the library card when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Espio and Shadow didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. It was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me that the sound of the doors opening and locking would have caused you to look up? Well, you see.
I can sense Espio's desperation here, defending the argument like that. He was reading the entire time isn't easy.
So, if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all?
But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car.
If it's a mystery, my dear Dancy. It's a mystery, my dear Dancy. One that I would love Espio to solve. You gotta believe me.
That cool demeanor vanishing.
I was so involved in my book I didn't notice Shadow's pass back through the library car. Be honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention.
Yeah, I think I remember doing that.
I must revenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car?
I wasn't, I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting and reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice the Shadow's return to the library card? What should I do? Oh, this is a tough one. My thought process. First off, I should save. I'm gonna save. My thought process is that maybe the issue isn't Espio was too busy reading to notice. Maybe the issue was Shadow didn't come back to the car because the lock that we saw was unlocked. But point B could also be that Espio went to the conductor's car instead because he has the manual to read, so he read the manual to see if, he read the manual to make sure how to work the train, and then he sped up the train, and then killed Sonic, and then came back here. I'm gonna defend Espio. He is acting suspicious. I don't think we're getting the full truth, but I think someone needs to tell Tails to calm down. I have to make sure guests are taken well care of. I have to speak up. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems.
Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows that Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another?
Fancy, that's not quite right. When Shadow returned the library card, Espio and Shadow didn't see each other. What piece of evidence helps to explain that? Alright. Oh, because the library's big. That is a significantly simpler answer than I was coming up with. No. My rings, please. Yes, perfect amount. Chef's kiss, moi.
The library map? Oh, I see.
See the exits? They're right across from one another in a straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another.
Looks like you have to point out exactly where on the map you mean. Where could have Espio have been for Shadow not to see him?
Over here?
Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book.
I can second this. When I returned from the swimming car, Espio was in the same spot.
That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot, because a bookcase was in the way.
There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa.
Makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you could have seen him.
I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. I'm glad you all believe me now.
Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all of our questions.
We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy.
Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge, especially Shadow.
Oh, seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through over it earlier. That's why it was unlocked. Okay.
Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio.
Give 'em heck. And if you need any meat chopped up, say the word.
I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose. War doors keep getting locked. Tick, tock, tock, tick, tick, tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose.
At this point, feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities for really doing this.
Come on, Dancy, let's see what's next.
Coming! Okay, here's my thought process. I believe these two and Knuckles is innocent. I'm suspicious about the book he was reading, but I'm not suspicious of him because we basically proved that he was in the library at the time. I feel like Shadow is the most obvious person in this vehicle to have done it. Right? Because him and Sonic are like, not necessarily enemies, but rivals, that's the word. I'm a little suspicious of Rouge, but I don't have any evidence for that. I think Knuckles is completely innocent. I'm very suspicious of Amy, because she keeps on going ahead of us. She has a key to everywhere, and she was awake for a period of time before we were. There is a chance that she could have just set this whole thing up and just like told like the conductor like, hey, kick it, whatever, at this certain time, and then she like knocked us out and then went on like the spree of like killing Sonic, and then locked herself back in the closet, and bada bing, bada boom, bam. I don't have a lot of solid evidence for this theory, but I am finding it extremely suspicious that she keeps, like, running ahead forward. I will say, I'm thankful I don't have to voice that many characters. That's a lot of... Both Amy and Tails would be a lot of high-pitched voices at the same time, so I, as a player, am thankful I don't have to talk for the both of them all the time. But I'm also very suspicious of her because she keeps running ahead of us. She could just be excited, but I wouldn't put it past it that, you know, Birthday Girl was the murderer all along. Oh, but she's one of the least suspected ones because she has a massive crush on Sonic. I know, before the yandere comments, I know, but Amy does not seem like a yandere. Anyways, does this say anything? No fun little message. Oh, wait. Fun little message? Chaos Cola. Check out our book club. Book of the month gone gal. Yay, fun little message. Anyways, that's all for this episode. I will see you all next time on Dancy Plays. Good night, everyone.